The 16mm F1.4 is starting to become my favorite Aps-C prime lens. Stay tuned to find out why. If you don't know me already, I go by That One Camera Guy. I do tutorials, guides, and reviews on Sony mirrorless equipment and gear. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on the latest content. And smash that like button because it always helps out my channel. Alright, so I want to let you know what this whole video is about. I spent one day out of the 3 or 4 days I was at Anime Expo at the Los Angeles Convention Center. I went ahead and brought with me the Sigma 16mm F1.4 along with the Sony a6000. And I did this intentionally because I have a lot of viewers who still have their Sony a6000, and I really wanted to demonstrate to my viewers who still have this camera that when pairing it with some really nice glass, you can get some really awesome results from your photographs. And also the fact that this is becoming my new favorite prime lens for this particular system for APS-C. So I just want to make sure that just because you have an a6000, it also works great on the a6300 and the 6500. And also, to be quite frank, I've used it on my Sony a7 III in crop mode for video, and it also does a really great job as well. So I want to point out all those different things right off the bat. I also want to say that this is not really the lens that I would use for shooting portraits. I typically will go with an 85mm lens, maybe even 50. However, when I was at the convention center, this being my first time, what you'll notice is that there's a lot of individuals and people in that main section at the front of the convention center. And it's really tough to find space to move around and shoot the models, aka the cosplayers there. And so having a wide lens like this really helped make that easier, especially because I really like shooting like this, go from portrait to landscape and get up closer and get further back from my subject to get a variety of different crops and framings for my subject matter. And that's where I really found the benefit of the Sigma 16mm F1.4. And again, yeah, it's not your typical a portrait lens, but you can see in the results that they came out pretty good. Now, this was my first day there. What the stuff that you're seeing and the content you're seeing, whether it's the video clips or B-roll footage, so I wasn't really warmed up to the whole environment yet, and things definitely did get better on the other days when I shot with some other kits that I was testing out. So as far as the lighting that I was using two 8200s along with this little device here, the ADB2. So you can take two of those 8200s to get almost 400 watts per second of power. And then I was using a 38-inch pair pop as well that I was borrowing from Jason. And also definitely want to shout out Chris and Leanna and also Vivian at some point throughout that week helping hold the lights when I was doing these portraits. So thank you to them for that. But I really love the soft lighting that this combo and kit gave me in the actual photos, which was really awesome. I really loved it. And you can see that I was able to actually not only just do, individual portraits, but pairs and even smaller groups with the Sigma 16mm. And when the focus hit, the photos looked really good. And I would say for the most part, the autofocus with the a6000 worked pretty good for the most part. There was times when the focus was slightly off, and I would probably leave that more to user error on my part. But that's what I would have to say about that. Now, if you're interested in learning more about lighting or off-camera lighting, and you want to see me put together a tutorial, because there definitely is a lot already out there as far as content's concerned, and there's some good stuff. But if you want to see me put together one for like an a6000, a very basic one, and even look at a variety of different equipment, because there's different price ranges. I can talk about low budget, medium budget, high budget off-camera lighting. So if you want to see a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments below or drop a like in the video. That would really help out as well. But that's it as far as using the Sigma 16mm. I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be my next, just my go-to lens, even on a full-frame body, because I just like the minimum focusing distance that I'm able to get with this, that shallow depth of field, and I love it for my Instagram stories and even Instagram photos in some cases, just to be able to have this kind of versatility. So if you haven't already added this lens to your kit, you really have to. It's very versatile. Just step in closer with your feet. And one thing I do want to say is that, yes, you are going to get distortion on your subjects if you get a little too close, but a little further back, it doesn't look too bad. And since these people were dressed in costume and cosplay, I thought it added a little bit more drama and dramatic look to it, getting a little bit closer and getting tighter on my subjects. And I think that's going to do it for me. Let me know in the comments below if you've already picked up this lens. If you haven't, Why are you waiting for it? And that's going to do it for me, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other content. And with that said, I'm your host, That One Camera Guy, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
I left my heart in California. I let it go deep into the blue. I could be happy in California. I would be fine with just me and you. Now don't